Do you have a name that was found in the Bible? You might want to keep watching. You may learn how to write and pronounce it in today's lesson. Shalom, and welcome to another Hebrew lesson. I'm Jim Jacob Becka. If you stumbled across this lesson and would like to start at the beginning, you can. Go to MessianicJudaismNetwork.net and check out the Hebrew link. All my lessons are there, and Hebrew is amazing. The individual lessons are on the left. They're short and only take about 10 minutes of your time if you watch the video, take the quiz, and practice writing. Last week we looked at the nun and the nun sofit, or final nun that comes at the end. It looks a little like the kaf sofit or chaf sofit, but notice the difference. Both extend below the baseline, but the kaf or chaf is wider at the top. Let's review a few of the letters that are sometimes confusing before going on to the new letter. We've had all these. Notice all look alike, but notice the differences. The vav makes the v sound as in victory. The nun sofit makes the n sound as in night, but see how the nun extends down below the line or baseline. The zayin makes the z sound as in zebra. Now notice how each is written. The gimel makes the g sound as in girl and looks like the nun, but notice the slight difference. Also, the nun makes the n sound as in night. The vet makes the v sound as in victory, and it looks like the kaf and chaf. Remember, without the dagesh or dot, it's guttural. And finally, look at these similarities. Check out the differences, though we've not had the resh. Today's letter is the samech, which makes the same sound as the English S, as in sun. It looks a lot like the final mem, but look at the differences. The samech is rounded, while the final mem looks like a box or block. This is how you write the samech. Now let's look at some Hebrew names. We'll start with Mary. Look it over and see if you can figure it out. The first letter has the M sound as in mouse with the E vowel. So we get me. We've not had the second letter, the resh, but it has the R sound, like a Spanish R. The resh has a sheva underneath it, and we haven't talked a lot about the sheva, but it makes a slight sound at the beginning of a word or syllable. But here it is at the end of a syllable, so it's silent. We also vocalize the sheva when it's under a letter with a dagesh. So here we only have the r sound. So the beginning of the word is mir. Next is the y sound with the ah vowel. So it has the ya or mirya. And you have a final mem. So it's Miriam, Mary. See if you can recognize this important name from the Bible. It's Abraham. Remember that an aleph only makes the sound of the vowel, which is ah. The next letter is the vet, with the V sound. And since the Sheva is at the end of the first vowel, the Sheva is silent. So we have Av so far. The next letter is the Resh, or the R sound, R sound, with the A vowel. So it's Ra. Next is the Hey with the H sound, as in horse, and an A vowel. So you have the Mem Sofit at the end, the final Mem, which makes the M sound as in mouse. So sound it out. Avraham, Abraham. Many males have this biblical name. Sound it out. You begin with the Y sound. There's no vowel, so it's just Y. The next letter is the Vav, which normally has the V sound, as in victory, but it has a dot at the top, so that makes it the O sound, O. Then the Chet with the A vowel, and it makes the Cha sound. Next is the Nun with a vowel, which makes the Na sound. And another Nun, a Nun Sofit. These two are the same letter. They're just written differently because one's at the very end. So you get Yochanan, John. This biblical name has our new letter, the Samech. Sound out the name. The Samech makes the S sound, as in sand. It has the A vowel, so the first letter has the Sa sound. Next is the Mem with the M sound, as in mouse. And this Vav has the dot on the left, so we get the U sound. The Aleph only makes the sound of the E vowel. And the last letter is a Lamed with the L sound, as in lion. So when you sound it out, Sa-M-U-El, Samuel, or Samuel. And the last name you had in a previous lesson, sound it out. You have the Dalet with the A sound underneath, Da. You have the Vav, V sound with the E vowel underneath, and you end with another Dalet. So it's David, David. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Shalom.
Hebrew is the language of the Bible. Just look at the Dead Sea Scrolls. And you can begin learning Hebrew with Hebrew alphabet in 30 days.